But yeah, man, let me give you this proper introduction, bro. So I came in contact with this guy on Instagram because he's been doing this for a minute. You actually were doing this before I started this podcast, and subconsciously you're probably like a motivation because I was really watching your videos and I was like, man, like this guy is getting real shit, man, real shit, going to these places and just being raw with it. You know what I'm saying? So what was your whole mindset going to these places, bro, and being like, man, I'm just going to interview people. I'm going to interview regular people. It don't got to be the hottest celebrity.
It was really because I didn't plan on doing this. I didn't know I'd be in this position. At first, my game plan, because I was in college, I was going to San Jose State. I got into radio. I was doing, my major is radio, television, and film.
Wait, you went to school for that?
No, but I found it.
Okay.
I learned the media art shit in high school, like Photoshop, Adobe, all the little skills, just enough to figure it out. When I got to college, I was a psych major, but I was like, I'm too real world solution oriented, like get over it type of person to be like, what am I gonna be, like therapist? Like that's not me. And somebody was saying a class and it was like radio, television, and film, and it caught my attention. So I was like, what's that? Went and checked that out, loved all my classes. So I was going towards the way they set it up is you pick a pathway, audio, which I hate, film, and then I forgot the other little pathway, radio, television, film. Those are the 4 pathways, but they help you gear that. So I was running a radio station because I wanted to be like, I don't know. I just wanted to have my own shit, talk to people like something like this. Because I do remember I was watching a Charlemagne the God interview, and I said to myself, I was like, I want his job. That's what I said to myself. So I'm like, I want his job. But in a sense, radio's kind of dead. But so when I was running a radio station, COVID hit, shut all that shit down. So it was like, all my game plans was fucked up. Because on my junior year, I was thinking, I'm going to get an internship. So when I graduate, I already got the ball rolling, so I go straight into a job. Couldn't get no internship, couldn't get no job. So I was at home, like, damn near feeling like a loser type shit. Because I'm stagnant. I'm not doing shit. I'm on my granny couch. Can't do shit. I ain't got no job. My plans just fucked up. So I was feeling like a loser. But it was like, I got the camera, and it's like, in our field, your portfolio matters damn near more than your resume. So I was like, how am I gonna build my portfolio? Take this camera, I'm gonna go figure out how to work this bitch. So I was just shooting behind the scenes at first in little interviews just so I could network through. And I think I was in Double Rock. That was my first little, quote, hood vlog, but it was really just a lit behind the scenes. And all the interviews I posted, they was just like little this, and that. But when I did the whole little behind the scenes vlog, that shit went up. So I was like, this is what people want to see. So then I just started doing interviews in the hood, like, quote, hood vlogs, but it was like, it's a way for me to trick people into watching my interviews. And that's kind of how that got started.
So when you're talking to these people, what is your goal? Like, what are you trying to get out of them?
It's 2 ways I approach it when I'm doing these hood vlogs / interviews. It could just be like some like Acorn Day when it's just, everybody's outside, it's hella lit. You just capture the moment, we just here. You might get some off that on the entertainment aspect. But on the ones that I really want that's more substance is, I don't go in there trying to get anything exactly. I'm just trying to learn people's stories. So with the ones when it's like a one-on-one, I go for those interviews and like trying to get more substance, more of into your story. What is it like growing up here? What was it like for you to come up out of here to survive, your experiences type shit? So everybody got a story to tell.
Facts. Yeah, so you're going in there with just like, man, I'm gonna just document. I'm gonna let people know how it is.
Exactly, type shit.
So what have you came up with from that?
What do you mean?
Like, is there like a certain like, man, like has it changed your perspective on things before, like them when you started before?
My perspective is already knew how the hood kind of worked and how the different. Everybody's not bad people, but it's like, I don't know exactly how to explain it. Like, my perspective isn't necessarily was different because I understand it, but it's like you could see who really got a brain and who actually got more dreams that you wouldn't have too. Some people, like, I don't know if they're more comfortable with me than other people, but you could see like it's a lot of people in the hood that don't want to just do hood shit, that want to be like creatives, they want to be actors, all type of other shit, but they don't see they got the chance. They don't feel like they can do anything else, or they stuck in the situation they in.
Jeez. And what are usually like the things that hold them back?
Politics, getting into early. So it's like around that age, like 14, 15, or 17, That's when people mostly get caught up into actual street shit. That's when shit get real. That's when you lose people. You lose people way before that, but that's when people start getting active. So at that time, it's like they not necessarily knowing. They know what's going on, but they don't at the same time because we didn't really know what's going on. We was at that age,
right?
And now you in this shit that's bigger than you. They say nobody's bigger than the program, so you in this shit that's bigger than you. So now you want to go do something like how I'm doing, but you can't because these people want to do something to you, and it's just like it kind of. Politics affect a lot of how people can move out here.
Yeah, that's real, and I think that's why I love that you're in this chair, bro. Because do you feel like when you go out there that you're like showing them another side of life, or like giving them a little bit more of that hope?
When I go interview them,
yeah.
I can't say that I'm personally showing them another part of life.
Okay.
Because I'm there learning about their life.
Okay.
So, but. It's more of a like they could see that people actually care about their stories and shit like that. When some shit like my biggest interviews is with regular people, it's not people with hella clout.
Right.
And you see that I feel like what I did learn is they do appreciate it more when you come out to their hoods and just let them tell their stories, because in a sense, people just be venting and talking about what they would have said to a therapist, and that they see that some people listen and actually care about what's going on. Like I tell people that told me they appreciated me coming down at first, I was like, I don't get why. But then later on, like when I see shit, and then like when people do pass on, these are still memories that people got. Because unfortunately, I lost a lot of people that been on my camera. And then like they friends and relatives, they got memories forever. They go see that. So I never thought it was that significant until one of my mans that passed away that was in my videos, moms called and talked to me and said how much it meant to her and to see her son looking, that was last thing to her son looking good and all type of shit. So I didn't know it was that significant until people told me that.
Yeah, damn. That's deep. Like, based off everything that you've seen, or first of all, where are you from?
I'm from San Francisco, but I moved around a lot. I bounced around Oakland, Richmond, Vallejo, but I didn't really stay out there with my mom like that, but on base, San Francisco. Okay, so like the East Bay, like San Francisco. That's cool, bro. Yeah, I definitely feel like we have a lot of great people out here, but I don't know, man. Like the reason why, you know, your story stood out to me, bro, is because you're doing exactly that. You're like going to these people that no one would go up to, really, right? Because of whatever stereotype or whatever is going on. But you're like, nah, you're giving them a platform to speak about their stories, speak about what they go through, like you said, the regular people, right? Quote unquote. Because, you know, obviously we love to see the Kanye interviews. We love to see, those interviews. But I think, like you said, there's a bunch of people in regular neighborhoods who have immense potential, but for whatever reason wasn't able to make it out. That's a fact. Well, for me, with that, when I first started, I was reaching out to rappers and shit like that, and it kind of almost turned me off because when you first started, it's a lot of clout. I'm not going to say clouting, but it's a lot of dick riding, and I was a nobody. Mm-hmm. So nobody gave a fuck about me just in their DM giving people a chance and trying to talk to them, this and that. So the bigger rappers and shit I reached out for, niggas are bullshit, lag, this and that. It was turning me off because I hate dick riding. I'm a proud advocate of originality. Be yourself. So having to be in a nigga comments and DM a nigga 4-5 times for a person I don't give 2 fucks about. A person that don't give 2 fucks about me, I hated that shit. I couldn't handle that shit. So I was like, fuck that. I'll reach out to who I can. You fuck with me, you do, you don't. But I did notice once I got around 10K followers, it was easier for people to respond back to me. Also because on the other end too, you gotta see, okay, what is this person? He like he got something doing, we got to show for it. So now, like, I like having my shit to where I can do numbers with regular people and have good conversations, but then still be able to reach out for bigger people if those times come, because that is still cool at the end of the day, too. Yeah. Facts. And, obviously we want to tap into them because that's like, they did it, you get what I'm saying? So I guess you, bro. Man, where do you think that, like, originality comes from, where it's like, I want to stick to who I am? Me personally? Yeah. This big-ass gap in my mouth. Like, when I was younger, I got hit in the mouth with glass, what's it called? Knock my tooth in, knock it out, but I had to take it out, cut me right here, knock my tooth out. And I used to be hella self-conscious about my gap and shit till I got to high school, and I was like, shit, my mom ain't got no money to fix that shit, so I could either be self-conscious and think about this my whole life, or I could live my fucking life. and people were still fucking with me. People gravitated towards me. You know, I didn't have too much power with girls, different shit like that. So you gotta still figure it out. You still in high school, but it was like shit. Everybody fucking with me. I got this big ass gap. Fuck it, I'm rocking with it. And then I was like, it's just me now. Now it's like you gotta do what the fuck you want to do. Live your life.
Mm. Man, that's deep, bro. Cause yeah, bro, me too. I thankfully, you know, I was able to get braces, but I felt the same way growing up, bro. It's like, you know, and I think it's deeper, just like you're self-conscious, you know what I'm saying? So I think when you're able to really lock into yourself, no matter what you look like, no matter what you know, who you are, like, it's powerful, bro. And by you doing it, I'm sure, you know, people around you feel the same way, where it's like, oh man, this guy, you know, he's embracing everything he got, like, and it's just being his originality, bro. And I think that's why this show is special, you know. And I think that's special in what we do, because it's like we don't want to sit with everybody who's talking about the same shit all the time. Like,
man, that shit, you don't stand out. I don't get it. Everybody want to do the same thing, but then you're just gonna look like everybody else. What do you offer? What are you doing different? What makes you? Even if you take inspiration from people,
right,
you got to make it your own.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I never understood why people want to be like everybody else. You literally stand out. When you stand out, people remember you. Who is that weird ass nigga with painted nails and a big ass gap? Oh, that's the MVPTV. Or it could be the same nigga that got the. I don't know. It's just you can't. You gotta be different.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta do too much to just be different, but you gotta be yourself.
Right.
Be yourself. Be true to who you are. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
Facts. So my bad, bro. I want to go back a little bit back to where when you were on your grandma's couch, like. Because I think that's powerful, bro. I think those moments where you feel like, damn, like, I don't really know where I'm at right now, but I got to do something, I think those are powerful. Do you still think about that now, like, throughout your journey? Like how shit was back then?
Here and there, because it wasn't too long ago or nothing like that. I've been staying on my granny couch when I was in high school and shit, because my mom kept moving further and further east, but I wanted to keep going to my school in San Francisco. My whole life was out there, so I was staying on my granny couch, but it's like, once I left off of college and would have my own dorms, you know, like this, have my own living space, when I had to come back to the summers, and it was just like, I'm 205 pounds on my granny couch. And it's like, I feel like I'm in the way. It's a 1-bedroom, so I'm in the way, and that's just like, I ain't got shit going. That was probably the worst for me mentally. I'm on my granny couch. I feel like I'm in the way. I got no motion. I ain't got no job because of the COVID. All my plans is fucked up. And it was just eating at me. That was the worst I felt in my life. Like, motivation, because if I'm not, I could just shoot hella videos this week, and if I stop for like a week and a half, I feel like a failure. Like, what am I doing? This might not work out. I need to be doing something. So that was like the worst time for me mentally. Like, I just felt like a loser.
What did you do to get out of that? Just picked up that camera and was like, I'm gonna.
I grabbed that. In my whistle car, I used to cut hair. I was a barber for a little bit because I was cutting hair in college because I didn't want a job during school, so it'd be easier to knock that shit out. So I was cutting my own hair, fucking myself up, you know, figuring out. Then my homies let me fuck them up a little bit. Now I got decent to people was coming to me.
Shout out to them though, man.
Man, telling y'all I was fucking them up. But what's it called? It came down to a time people was come fuck with me. Okay, $15 here and there to cut your hair on my own time. Okay, I could do that. Then I kept doing that, so I was like, okay. So I went and bought a car. I went and bought a car, started doing mobile haircuts and trying to learn this video shit. Start taking my own pictures behind the scenes until I could just figure out how to work the camera. I already knew a little bit from Adobe from high school to enough where I got the basics. Now let's go play with this and figure this shit out. So it was just more of a way to not be stagnant, to keep moving towards something.
I see. And then, yeah, and I feel like that. You do think that just having the vision, like, because you said, bro, you didn't really know you didn't even know how to work that damn camera. So you think the vision, like sticking onto the vision, helped you get through that and get to essentially where you're at now?
The vision of just keep working?
Yeah, or just like what you're building.
I never expected to be my own shit. I was just doing this because I need to build my portfolio up so when I graduate, I can show these people I've been doing something, because in our field, with, quote, cameramans, there's two ways to go about it. You got the whole, like a film production. You got the film production. It's going to be one person that works the light, one person that works the color grade, one person that does the sound. Right. And I was like, I guess that's more the industry needs to be part. And then it's the director aspect of, like, what you hear, quote, cameraman. We're not just cameraman. We're the light man, we're the sound man, we're the audio, we're the colorist, all that. So that was the direction I found myself in, where you the one-stop shop. So that's what I kind of did. So I'm just trying to figure all that out to just build my portfolio up.
Okay. And then from there, because we were just talking about it off camera, but, what are you trying to turn this into?
Always say I want to be like Vice. I want to be like Vice. What's it called? Real raw street journalism.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of already feel like I do, but with the resources I got. And eventually it'll get bigger and bigger. You got more resources, then you got team, then you get journalists. But right now, I either want to take the Vice route or like the Vlad interview route, because Vlad interviews regular people too. He got rappers and all the famous people and shit, but he brings people that you'll never heard of. Right. Just got raw stories.
Yeah.
And that's what I really want to focus on. That's where all the money is at. I don't give a fuck you grew up in the hood. The hood is bad. We shouldn't be highlighting bullshit. I want to know your story and what you've been through, because your story is what's going to really draw people into caring about you. I always tell people I work with, I'm not big enough to where people going to tune in, and you're not big enough to where people tune in. But if we talking about something good, they don't give a fuck what we talking about. They don't give a, not that, they don't give a fuck about us, but they're going to be tuned into your story. Right. And that's the way they're going to really learn about you. Mm-hmm. When I do my interviews, I don't care about, I grew up here, my mom moved this, and that. I don't want to learn about you from you telling me this, and this. Like, what's the word to explain that? I don't want to learn about people from them telling me my favorite color is blue, my favorite color is this, and that. Mm-hmm. I like playing this, and that. I want to learn about you based off what you're saying and how you say it. Like, you know how you can read people? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But it's like learning people from their actual personality and how they talk and interact with you. Right, that's what I really want, because I feel like that's more of a conversation with actual substance.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Yeah, I think reading people is a huge deal. I think that's something that, you can never work on enough. Obviously, I think there's borderlines of like judging people and like assuming shit, but just kind of reading off the energy. I'm big on energy too, bro. Like, I really am. You sit down, I'm sure too, like, not everyone you sit down with or try to interview like is gonna go perfect, or they're gonna feel that great about every question or all these things. But I think just feeling people out, you should get a
always. I asked the same question multiple times.
Okay,
you just not gonna peep it, but first get there, we're gonna run through it. They might give me some one-word answers, blah blah, run that. I'm gonna ask the same question more than one time in a different way until if I feel like it's more there, because people will hold back. If I feel like it's more there, and at a certain point, I put the camera down, because you can't be scared to talk to people. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you like this. I tell them, I know it's more there, but you holding out on me. It's not gonna do no views. We're here both wasting our time. But it's not that you don't know what you're talking about, but you got to actually try to pull that out, because it's hard to get in front of the camera or to be the first time they express themselves type shit.
Mm-hmm. It's what you just said, bro. The first time they express themselves. That and I think that's the. It's funny because when I do this, or I've done this before with and people have been here and they're like, man, you're almost like a therapist, and then I'm like, how? Like, what do you mean? It's just like, yeah, you're asking questions like you said, bro. Like, you're diving deep into yourself. And I'm sure there's been people on this platform that have said something that they probably haven't realized for a long time, but because they said it, now, it changed their mindset a little bit. So, yeah, speaking about yourself, speaking to people about yourself, obviously people you trust. And, I think on a camera, I think it's cool because people are going to say whatever the fuck they want to say, but you can at least be straightforward about it, But, yeah, man, so you have sat down with, like, these big artists, right? For example, Sada Baby, that's personally one of my favorite artists, man. I always say he's like my alter ego.
Man. I remember when I was working, because when I was doing my little construction shit under the table, I was working with immigrants and shit for the most part. We work hard, too. I ain't gonna lie, we work hard. Yeah. But what's it called? But, like, when ICE was coming through San Francisco, we was working in the Mission District, me and my friend. I don't got to worry about it because I'm black, but then like the rest of everybody else, it was like nobody there. It was crazy to see. But how do you feel about that with the immigration situations and stuff?
That's a good question, bro, because I completely respect like every country has their own laws type thing, but I really believe it's not black and white because like I said, I've had family members, I had close people to me who have family members who have established as lives, bro. I'm talking about 10 plus years here, contributed to their community. Just made themselves a living, never got in trouble, and just that one time, and then boom, got sent over. So, I think there's black and white. I feel like, if you're contributing enough and you're just doing what you got to do, and you've been here long enough, then I don't see why they got to send you back. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic. But we were talking a little bit about Sada, bro. Like, first of all, like I said, personally, one of my favorite artists, and I think he's a great example of like work ethic, But what did you kind of get from just talking to him?
Well, my interview with him, it came on a fluke, so he wasn't just there for me type shit. Like, we was there and shit like that, but it wasn't on his agenda, so it wasn't just like he gonna fully give me everything. But he a cool dude. He a cool dude for sure. When I was there, good vibes, respectful and shit. This and that. He got him a little hot streak too, but he what's it called? He not manly or rude or nothing like that unless you rude to him or like, he gonna check it. But he a cool dude, sure.
Yeah, and it's crazy. He's actually really good at basketball too. Like, is he pretty tall? I don't know. He's talking about.
He's a little taller than me.
Yeah.
I think he's a little taller than me.
Yeah, that's cool. I like when rappers and just people who play sports. Like, I think sports in general is its own culture, its own community. Like it's like you go to a football game, bro, and you see all types of people, but they all cheering for the same team. Like, I love that shit. But yeah, bro. So, is there anything that like how long have you been doing this for?
Probably 2 years.
Within those 2 years, like, is there anything that like someone that you met that like changed your life or like really was like, damn, this is pretty crazy that you went through this, or just anything that you were able to take away from?
Something that changed my life? Probably that first video that did numbers, because I seen, this is what people want to see. And I had a more clear understanding of how to gear what I needed to. But changed my life personally, I can't say really yet. It's like key moments I do remember though. Like when you first starting out doing this shit, and then you just wake up to a DM from Filthy Rich talking about come through, it's like, whoa, is this real right now? It's like one of the big artists out here. So it's like, and I'm a nobody. And he DM'd me. So I was like, I personally don't even DM huge rappers because I feel like it's no point. So to see that, I was like, whoa, shit, I'm doing something right. It's something solidified. I'm doing something right. When I woke up to like people sending me, I was posted by Thizzler. Because when I first started, I felt like I don't know if it's because we in the Bay, you feel like you gotta be on Thizzler to matter. So I DM'd them at first, and it was like, the promo and this and that. And I was like, I was thinking about doing it, but I was like, no, because then you lose. Then you lost, because if I'm a platform and I'm one of them and I'm paying for it, am I really doing what I need to do? So it's like, nah, I gotta do this myself and prove my worth, and then eventually I'll be back. And then sometimes I get posted from time to time.
Yeah, it's real, man. And yeah, I like that story, bro, where it's like, man, at first it's like, oh, you got to pay for it, but then now they posting your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Without you doing anything. And I like that mindset where it's like, I have it all the time too, man. I never take no's personally. If someone tells me no or they don't respond, I'm just like, all right, not yet. That's all it is. Like, it's a no right now. But I'm going to get better. This platform going to get better. You're going to go through some shit that's going to eventually link everything up.
See me? I'm spiteful. I'm spiteful and petty. So at first when I be DMing people, I'm like, I'm not spiteful, but I just, like I said, I hate the dick riding aspect, because I don't care about nobody unless they're my folks. So why would I do all this dick riding shit to try to get this person, this and that don't give a fuck about me? And it's just like, I really used to hate that aspect of having to do what I did, but you got to kind of understand it's business. Nobody's still, so you got to play your role until you're in position. And that's when I'll be telling my friend that's starting to build his own shit up, I'm like, niggas are gonna bullshit. It is what it is. Plus, you're in the Bay Area too, so everybody don't want to this, and that. So you're gonna have to deal with that until you're in position. Then more people are gonna be fucking with it a little bit more.
Yeah. So when you started seeing that growth, like, what did you change anything up?
To get to that point, like, my grind was to get to 10,000 followers, because I knew if it was a K behind my name, people would take it more seriously. So at a point, I was in all the Instagram comments like a fucking bot. But it's really me, though, trying to be the first comment to say something that everybody is just tuning in. And I used to get hella followers. Instagram started hating. Then I had to stop doing that. But I already got like hella followers off that. Now, when people see my shit, it matters a little bit more. They're like, who the fuck is this? And that was my first biggest step. Like, okay, once I get this, more people are going to respond. More people are going to, and that's what happened.
Right. Yeah, and so your mindset was like, okay, let me get the platform to a certain point, and then once you hit that 10K, then what was your next step?
Shit. After that, that was the main thing to get that 10K behind it, but it was just something to like show. It was just something more to show. And I was still trying to build my platform up, this and that.
Right.
talking about Instagram, because Instagram and YouTube, building them up is two separate entities. They can work, but they do their own separate thing. So just trying to get that up just so I got something to show for it, so people could see, like, who is this guy? And now they thinking, can this benefit me? Or this dude's legit, something like around those lines.
That makes sense. So so as far as YouTube, because I know you have over 20 mil on YouTube, so what did you do to grow that? Because you're saying it's two completely different things.
I'm still trying to figure out this shit, but seeing what works, seeing what people like, watching the analytics, and like when I first like did a shorts, I was doing shorts so I could make my content stretch more, because I got the whole hood vlog and that'd just be it. But that's one thing, when I could take a key part out that interview that they said something like crazy, but it wasn't really crazy, something I can clickbait a little bit, and then they could do his own numbers, because some of my biggest videos are shorts from those interviews. So just trying to figure out how to make my content work and paying attention to what works and keep upgrading my quality and getting better at what I do. Yeah.
And I think, like you said, man, posting content in different forms of content is important, because what made you want to start posting the shorts on YouTube?
I was taking long. Like, when I get a hood vlog, at least out here, it was harder for me to, at the Simple, it'd be hard to get people to be bullshitting, take long. It's something about the Bay Area and networking is a lot harder than what I've seen in other places. So it would take to him, and I was like, how can I make my shit stretch? He said something crazy right there, and like, audience retention, I could have a 10-minute video, but people only watch 5 minutes, so they may not see that. So I could take a clip off that. It's its own little thing, and now they're like, what the fuck? Where the rest of the video at? See the rest of the video. So it's just it gives yourself an opportunity to go viral more. You take one video, make 5 videos out of that, one of those videos might hit. If every video only do 1K, but one of them do 250,000, you hit off that still. It's like shooting dice or money or something like that. You got all these investments, one hits, and that's just one video.
Facts. Yeah, so this is marketing. This is just getting that content out, man. And yeah, bro, I think it's important. What are like the main questions that you ask? Because I know you said you ask like the same.
I build off. It's not the same. When I say the same, it like might be the same thing I ask you, but I don't got nothing written down when I go out there. Okay. My very first question, I'll always start off with, it's just a habit, is, what was it like for you growing up out this motherfucker? That's always the first one, just to break the ice with her. That's just that's the one thing you're gonna always catch me say, but I don't got nothing written down. I just build off of people. And then, like, you gotta see who you there with. If I go to a hood vlog, it's probably gonna be more than one person there. One person might not say much, but I'm gonna build off the person that's actually talking.
And the other ones might get more comfortable and then start opening up. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't got nothing really. I don't really have nothing written down.
Yeah. Just straight off the dome. And I just encourage people to keep doing it, man. Like, keep creating, keep, doing content and just getting real shit. As far as like the real MVPTV, where'd you get that name from?
My Instagram has always been the real MVP.
Okay.
Because like made it like middle school, Kevin Durant mom, the whole little speech, you the real MVP. Now it's been my Instagram ever since. And then I was like, what should my YouTube shit be? I don't know what the fuck to put. I just slapped the TV at the end of that shit.
Yeah.
So the real MVPTV.
Yeah. And then now it's a network.
Yep. But I gotta see if I'm gonna keep it like that, or because I want to be able to, like I said, I want to be like Vice. So I want to be. If I'm gonna be on, I think if I want to be on TV, the real MVP TV is not gonna be something that's on the TV. So what can I get something that makes a little bit more sense? Like, it's cool for YouTube, but I want to be national and do bigger things. I gotta find something else to branch off to that, make it a little bit more. What's the word? Like, suitable. A little bit more suitable.
Yeah. Bro, and then we talking about Sada Baby, and I mentioned like you had to take a trip down there. What is your mindset? Because that's how far is that trip on an airplane?
A few hours, I forgot.
A few hours, and it's a couple $100 to get down there. So what's your mindset? Why even go down there? What's your mindset going down there? Like, are you coming? Like, are you saying, man, I'm not coming back without this $1 million hit? Whatever.
So when I do these videos and shit, I've been doing this so I know how the people work. I hit up, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna find their rap page, Detroit Rap News. That's where I mostly went, and then a couple other little media outlets, some Mike Thizzler. But for their region, find rappers and DM rappers, because rappers they're not gonna be as surprised as some random dude in their DM asking them for an interview than if I just ask a random person. Get like 10 people while I'm out there. Okay, if I get 10 people that say yes, I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm going. So I got 10 people that be like, they down. I'm going out there expecting out of those 10 people, 5 of them to flake. I'm expecting 5 people to flake, but while I'm out there, get the interview, post it while I'm out there, maybe pay for promo from Instagram in that region. So now people are saying, he in they hood, you gotta come fuck with us. Either it be niggas that don't like them or niggas that fuck with them. Them like, you was fucking with them, you gotta come fuck with us. Them our folks, come fuck with us. Now it's not just rappers, it's other people that just from there seeing that. It ain't like if I ever go back, now they kind of recognize my face. Now they missed out the first time, second time. Right. And after you've been building connections and shit like that, now if there's somebody I want to reach from out there, I see who following them that I know who I fuck with me type shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just like you going to keep networking yourself into that. And I think, man, me and the guy I was just recording with yesterday, we were talking about, like, you got to go outside, man. Like, you know, Instagram and social media platforms are cool, but when it comes to marketing, like, you have to touch people. You have to, like, actually speak to them in person, and because you really don't know who you're gonna meet when you're traveling, when you're out there.
Right.
As far as like one of your like favorite places that you've been to that you've been able to get a lot of content in, where was that at?
Networking wise, Detroit seemed like the best. Like. I love Detroit. They genuine out there, like, and they all look out for each other. If they focus, they look out for you. Like I said, my first day in Detroit, I went to go link up with like a regular person type shit, and they introduced me to Skrilla Baby on set for Cheddar Boy Films type shit. And then he put me on with his dad, who took me down and shit too. That's the first day. Next day, I link up with Big C's to shoot her thing, and she linked me in with Detroit Rap News. It's essentially they Thizzler type shit. Mm-hmm. Then after that, like I said, I went to go do the other video. I ain't drop it yet though. I still got shit in the vault. With the, what's his name? I can't think about it. But I went to go link up with dude. He had DM me. Like I said, like some people had hit you up. He had DM me. I went out there and fucked with him type shit. And then he introduced me to Sada Baby and through all that shit. So being out there for 3 days networking, these people who seem like they may not have been huge in a larger scheme at this point in their career has helped link me in with way bigger people. And it was like they went out of their way to do that. They didn't have to do shit for me. Yeah. And it's like, damn, everybody looking out. Everybody looking out. So for everybody linked up with, tried to connect me with their folks or somebody else out there. So it was just like, I made a lot of connections out there type shit. Yeah,
man, that's real. So, and they just started, like, the very first person you hit up, you didn't know them. You just kind of hit them up on Instagram?
I don't know anybody out there.
Damn.
So I just hit them up on Instagram, explain. Some people might be like, because street niggas, some people be like, who are you? Who are you in my DM? Who says? So figure it out type shit. Explain what I do. And then it's like that.
Yeah, and then you went down there, and you said you were down there for 3 days?
No. If I'm going to take a trip, I'm finna be out there for at least a week.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to cram everything I can into that week and get all my shit going.
Yeah. Damn, man, it's that dedication, bro, for real.
Because I don't want to leave a spot without at least 10 full vlogs, like at least 10 interviews type that. So I got my 5 to 7 days to do what I need to do, and then I'm back. That's my quota, 10, and it's like, work.
Yeah. Is there are you still taking the same approach when you go down there, just asking the same questions, getting the same stories? Or not same stories, but life stories.
To an extent, like I don't have nothing in mind when I go there. I always tell them, fuck this camera, we having a conversation. And that's how I go about it. Mm-hmm. Because that's a more natural conversation. It's like, I don't know, it's something about me. I don't know, it's because I grew up in the hood or I'm black and I'm not just some crazy white reporter or something like that. People are a little bit more comfortable with me. They feel like they be themselves and always try to, you ain't gotta, we just, excuse me.
No, you're
gonna peep my English be giving out sometimes. But what's it called? Nah, but it's just people connect to me more. I don't know if it's because I talk to them regular or this and that, but it'll be like that sometimes. It's just regular conversations.
Yeah, man. And I think when it's people that you can, that's what I'm saying. You say you grew up, in the hood, so you can relate to them. You can even if you person ever went through anything, you probably saw something, or you just kind of understand how everything goes.
People see how I move out there, like different street niggas, because at the end of the day, you're in the hood, so, and I'm with these people, so I may not be from there, but for the day, I'm from there. They shoot at them, they shoot at me. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. So different people, it's like they said it before, like he just holding that, he just holding the camera, but he not really holding the camera. He on 10 type shit. I gotta watch my surroundings because shit will pop off any moment. You will die. You will die. If you just think shit is sweet and everything's funny games and this and that, you will die and they will die. So I owe them. It's like I'm one of their niggas for the day. So we gotta be on what we on to make sure that everybody make it home safe.
Has anything happened while you're recording?
Definitely.
Can you talk about it?
Shit. On one of my videos, I was in Oakland and was doing a little video, but like I said, you gotta be on watch certain shit. So it was this car 5% tints. That's already a red flag, and like he just was hella loud. That's how I peed him. And I look, the front windshield, not till I see him, but he breaking his neck, looking hard as fuck. I work with high-ranking gang members type shit. Niggas that done did shit to people and people that got a name and people that want to be people that people want to get type shit.
Right.
So I asked him, like, do y'all know him type shit? Because he doing all the extra ass shit. And they're like, nah, I don't know him, blah, blah, blah. Go down the thing, bust a U-turn. I already know what time it is. Get the fuck out the way. That's why you got to be attentive when you're doing this shit to, when you see something. Every time I sense some type of danger, get the fuck out the way. I'm walking away. I'm to the other side. I'm out the crossfire. And then, shit, whatever happened, happened. But I rule myself from that situation. Yeah. But that's not like, you just got to watch in different little spots. It's just always just having that intuition because that's not the first time something popped off. But it's like I was already on it. Mm-hmm. So I was able to peep it before it happened. So everybody be prepared. But I try to never get involved in with that shit going on because you don't want to put yourself in they bullshit.
Right. Just kind of, all right, I'm here. Let me get out of it until I can come back. And
exactly.
Damn. Yeah, it's deep, man. And that's probably why people don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it is, like you said, it ain't that sunshines and rainbows. Like,
I mean, for some people, they be like, the funniest thing that people always say to me is like, you going to all these hoods, you better have your gun on you. Yeah, I got my gun, but that's really from the walk to the car to the spot. Like, if I'm going to a hood walk, it's way more guns in their hood than these little, however many shots I got.
Right.
I'm in they shit. So what the fuck am I going to do? My best bet is to be liked in diplomacy and to be cool.
Yeah.
That's why I always say you got to do shit right. You can't talk to people crazy. You can't be a fucking weirdo. You can't move wrong. You can't do weird internet shit. I have to be liked in order to do my job. Liked and respected. So all that kissing ass and shit, people pick up on it, and that's how they gonna treat you. They gonna treat you like a hoe. But you stand on respect, and you ain't no bitch. You ain't gotta be doing what you doing and act like super macho and shit like, cause you'll die. Them niggas die all the time. You just gotta stand on what you stand on and move right. You move right, you'll be fine. People respect you. You gotta move smart.
Facts. So yeah, you're going in that mindset of like, man, I'm just here to record, man. Yeah, that's smart, bro. It's smart because you don't want to get It's just like other politics and journalism. Like I try to stay away from it just because I just try to be an observer.
Everybody like the negativity and the bullshit. Now, first I was doing the blogs and shit a little bit, but I was like, when I don't care about what they doing like that for me to be blogging on these people, and it's like. All the bullshit. That's all people want to see is the bullshit. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to put out the bullshit. I'm not trying to pull out the nigga. I'm not trying to add fuel to the fire. That's not why I'm here. That's when I feel like people want to do something to you. Because now you added, and I posted something like that one time, and I seen how fast it went like that. I'm like, hell no, I don't want no part of this. Took it down. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to add no fuel to the fire.
Do you mean like just like, it was just like certain names?
It was a rapper, and it was a little situation, and posted, and I see how one side it was just they making fun of all type of the bullshit, and it's like it's getting views, but I was like, fuck no.
Yeah, nah.
Because then now somebody gonna want to do something to you,
right?
Because now you're doing this, and it's not like I don't get the same benefit of the doubt as other cameramen because I'll be outside and around. I was already outside and around type shit, so people know me. They don't just see me as a regular cameraman. You know, I'm straight all the time. I'm a square. I'll be a square any day of the week, but I don't get that same benefit of the doubt, so I have to move smart. Or people gonna think I'm moving weird or doing on bullshit type shit. So it's not like you need to be liked. You need to make sure relations is there because people will look out for you and vouch for you, which they already have. Yeah. Type shit. You gotta save your own ass.
Thanks, bro. So yeah, I mean, you sound like you're very self-confident. You sound like you have like that. I don't know, man. It's that self-love, bro. Just honest to God, I think that's the word that comes, like, just self-love. Like, I know who I am. I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm doing. And that's the thing. I don't think it may be that easy for a lot of people. So maybe talk about, like, I mean, you kind of talked about it before with, like, your, couple insecurities that kind of, like, made you bring everything together. But have you seen it outside of your career? Have you seen it, like, benefit you in any other way? Just like, who you are and
being myself?
Just being yourself.
Definitely. Even before this shit, I always was in some type of leadership roles. People gravitated towards me. In high school, we always, it always be certain little leaders of the group and shit like that. So I was always one of them type of people. Somebody that people gravitated towards. I never understood why, but I was like always getting picked up for like, I was the BSU leader and shit, scholarship programs, and I was doing whatever the fuck I wanted. Like in high school, I'm not gonna say I'm a class clown, but it was like, it was playing around, fighting all the time, boxing, all type of little fun shit. I'm doing all this little shit, but I'm also in the classroom handling my business. So it's like just doing what you're supposed to do. You can do what the fuck you want. And I learned that, and I learned fast. If you're liked, you can really do what the fuck you want. Because the shit I was doing in high school, I was not supposed to be doing, but they liked me, and I had good grades. So it's just, I don't even think that answered your question.
Nah, but it's real though. I don't even remember, but
I just always found myself in these leadership roles, I would say, and people gravitate towards me.
Yeah. No, and bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like a certain energy, bro. Like I come across people, all types of people all the time. Like I swear to God, bro, like, and I'm sure you do too. So it's like you're able to take from all these different people and just like realize like, okay, some people have this that other people may not, but if they were able to grow that skill, like, man, you could reach your potential. So that's usually what I try to, the question I try to ask is more like mindset. But I know specifically with you, bro, I know you have like a ton of valuable like experiences doing all this, because I love doing this journalism shit, bro. And it's just a good way to get different perspectives. So let me ask you this, bro. Like, you're going out there, you're interacting with these people. Are they all cool with you recording them, or are some of them like, nah, I'm not trying to talk about this?
See, me personally, you're always gonna have some. Me personally, I hate the people that be like, don't record me, this, and that. When I wasn't here for you, no way. Nobody's worried about you like that. But I'm here for this person. But I understand it to an extent. Everybody don't. It's the old folks. Me, not old folks, but me and the OGs be beefing about the camera. That's the people that don't want to be on camera the most. I'm like, dog, I'm not even here for you like that. Yeah. But me recording people, me coming in shit like that, they know what I'm there for. They know what you're talking about. But before I ask anything crazy about past crimes or something like that, or something controversial, I put the camera down and ask them before that, can you talk about this, and that? So it's not, quote, snitching or nothing like that. You already know he did his time for it, and we make that clear type shit. One of my biggest videos to do was talking about a murder he did, but he started talking about it on his own, off one of my own cameras, and I put the camera down, I'm like, hold on, can you this, and that, like he did his time, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. Because even if a nigga get on there talking crazy, if I was still to post that, now I'm the police. I have to go work in the hood. I have to go work with these people, so I have to be liked. I have to be trusted. Yeah. I can't be doing my job right if people don't fuck with me because they think I'm finna try to get them indicted. So it's certain shit, even if I don't peep it, I gotta double check videos to make sure they ain't say nothing or this, and that, because shit will happen.
Facts.
So it's just being on the same page, and I'll always send the videos to the people first so they can see, make sure they ain't say nothing crazy or nothing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Do you watch any podcasts yourself? Like,
best ones is Joe Rogan. That's the best podcast right there. Joe Rogan. I don't think Say Cheese counts as podcast, but all the interview platforms, Black, Say Cheese.
Do you watch? Have you watched $1 Million Worth of Game?
A few times.
So Wallow, he was saying how when he records with artists, like, there's this genuine conversation, so shit's gonna come up. But he says, man, I always watch these videos to protect the artist, because he's like, one thing could have been said that later on can get picked up or whatever. Like, I gotta watch out for these people. And when he said that, that's what made me do it too, where it's like, yeah, bro, like, these people are coming out here with good intentions, but
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You never know.
That's how I always see it. I'm not trying to put nobody in jail, so we got to make sure you don't doing nothing too crazy and shit like that. And then even when crazy shit happen, it's a certain way. It's being strategic with it, cause like, it was a video of a shooting in one of my videos, but I knew it was gonna happen before it happened. So when it was happening, I ducked off into a certain way. Because you got to understand film. They already got enough. They already seen enough of what's going on. I ducked off a way to where you can't see nothing, where the police can't see nothing, but you hear what's going on. So it's just certain ways of moving strategic on how to do shit right.
Damn. So, yeah, you were basically able to capture the audio.
Yeah, because it's like, I knew it was finna happen, because in a different situation, I knew it was finna happen. It already was on red alert. And then when you grow, you know what type of shit going on. So okay, let me remove myself from the situation first, and now, cause I'm level headed in the situation, cause it's not my first rodeo, I can still get some footage that's gonna help me out without putting nobody in no things, cause they don't know what the fuck happened. Like it was a vlog I shot in Oakland too. A car came by, smashing the first time. One of the OG like they sent a kite through to see, send a kite through. They're seeing who outside, this and that. We do our video, blah blah. It's already it's a war out there, so it's already up right now at this particular time. Same car through come through. Okay, I already see how everybody positioning. It's I don't know what that car on. I don't know what's going on. Let me get myself out of danger. Whatever happened. I'm out the way, but I still got my footage, and can't nobody say nothing because we don't know what happened.
Jeez. Yeah, so you just on high alert, and I think you're, if there anyone that do this, bro, is you, because you, like you said, you kind of understand their shoes, you understand the film side, so you're able to mix that together. Like, hold on, I still got to get this, but I got to protect myself first.
Yeah, definitely, because like I feel like it's people that don't understand what's really going on out here, that's never been through that never been in these situations, these environments. Right, they might just get the fuck out the way, blah, blah, just run away, this, and that, which is smart. There's nothing wrong with running away from danger, but they may not even see. I was able to move and think through all this extra ass shit. That's extra ass shit to think about getting some footage while this shit is going on, but I was trained for this. I was prepared for this. So that's why I'm able to act level-headed in the situation. Yeah,
man. Obviously, we pray that nothing ever happens to you, but I think you're taking all the, precautionary you can. And I can imagine, bro, it's not easy. Like, you're dealing with a bunch of personalities, like, and that's the thing. Like you said, man, is there like, so you grew up in San Francisco, and I love San Francisco. It's very diverse. Like, do you honestly see, like, let's talk about more like deep into what the hood is. Like, what type of, man, I'm trying to look for the right word. What type of situations do you see them, like, people in the hood getting themselves into that usually people wouldn't understand? Like on a day-to-day.
Day-to-day. I don't really know how to answer that. What do you mean?
Maybe I didn't say it the right way, but basically it's more like, okay, bro, I never got raised in the hood. I was never raised in the hood. I've definitely driven by it. I have friends, but I don't think people understand, bro, the mentality you have to be able to survive. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so in the hood, a lot of issues come from pride, pain, and ego. Because a lot of people don't know what they beefing about and no shit. In San Francisco specifically, it's weird on how the politics is set up. Because you got your block, but everybody fuck with who they want to fuck with at the end of the day type shit. And that should get tricky, but it's really just pride, pain, and ego. So something gonna happen to one of their homies, they want to go do something. And it's just a revolving door, and it's just a cycle that keep repeating. Or not being able to walk away from a situation that didn't have to get took that far. That's what the pride aspect, as men, we feel like we got something to prove, we got to go fight. One of my homies, I told him he was an asshole. Every time we go out and shit like that, he always trying to get into a fight, and it's always me breaking it up and shit like that. I can fight. I don't have no problem fighting, but I don't give a fuck about fighting because now we're 18, 19, 20. Niggas are going to die. So I can go be the big macho man type shit, and then my mans get stabbed. Now, and it be shit like that, and shit escalate, and there's more situations. So I just feel like people realizing that every situation don't need a reaction. That'd be the big thing. But when you grow up in a certain area, at times you don't even have a chance.
Yeah.
You grew up over there, and it's like you may not even meant to be in the streets like that, but you being with your friends, so there's this amount, this and that, these people you grew up with, now you one of them niggas. You fuck with them niggas. Now it's niggas looking at you some type of way. And now you a target, and you don't even understand why you was a target at first. And then people fucking with you, or people fucking with your homies, now you in it now because now you feeling that pain. They just killed your mans. Somebody you like every day. You wasn't even like that at first. Now you finna go get into this. Damn. Yeah. Certain little situations. There's only so much a nigga could take.
Facts. And bro, I'm telling you, like, this is important to me because, like, I've had conversations with people, and they say, it's all in the individual, and I get it. Like, it definitely has to come within you, But bro, a lot of times like the environments you grow up in don't allow the right resources for you to take that next step, right? Like I give an example of like, bro, the high school we went to, like I have to be more concerned about me dressing the right way so that I don't get bullied or I don't get, whatever, instead of like me actually having to focus on the school or whatever, or like moving the right way. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think people understand, like, yeah, from the outside you could be like, oh, why don't you do it like this, do it like that? But when you're on survival mode, bro, like you said, man, there's a bunch of things that come with it, like your pride, your pain. Like certain people haven't felt certain pain, and you could tell, bro. Like honest to God, I feel like the more you go through, you start realizing that people who've gone through hella shit, bro, those are the people you want to like stay with because they have like a certain sympathy towards life. Like, damn, I just done been through it. You don't do this, or this happened to me. Don't go through this, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Like for me, for the most part, I was able to stay neutral. So that got its own different shit. But like to stay neutral, that shit hit as hard as picking a side.
Yeah.
Because when you get older, you got homies that done killed your homies, and you can't feel no way about it because you need to stay neutral. You can't pick a side. It is what it is. Feel how you feel, but you can't do nothing either way. You gotta just stay in the middle. Now that's the best decision for you. Is to do that. So it's like, it's more aspects of it.
Yeah.
Because like once you touch a certain age, it's already, the line's been drawn, it's been chosen. And it's hard to stay neutral. Luckily for me, grew up in a situation to where it was like, I didn't get drawn into the street bullshit like that. Even with the money getting aspect, that'd have been the only thing that could have grabbed me in, but I was like, I'm gonna take the slow route. My dad been in prison for 18 years, so like, let me try something different. We already seen what didn't work. And that's what I feel like a lot of people don't do. Is learn from other people's mistakes. I learned from all my uncles, cousins, all that shit. Like, okay, if it didn't work for them, why would it work for me? Everybody want to be El Chapo. El Chapo got 1,000 years. So it's like, let's try something different. But I feel like there's a lot of people that's scared to try something different. I feel like they can't. A lot of people feel like they can't. I know people in the hood that want to do fucking film, but they full-fledged in the streets. You would never know. You can't.
Facts. Yeah, I like you said that because I think, you think of people like Nipsey Hussle, you get what I'm saying, who took these types of career paths, took these, industries and put places in the hood so people can actually go there and get the resources that they need, and I think, yeah, man, because I want to fight for those people, bro, the people that have that potential that you see, that people that have those dreams and ambitions, but for some reason, whether it's right or not, they feel like they can't get there. You know what I'm saying? Do you think most of the time the reason why they can't is because money, or just or you said it a little bit, but you said just like what they're already involved with? You think that's the biggest thing?
Like what would draw them into the streets?
That, and then just like help, instead of them kind of staying there and then being like, you know what, I'm gonna actually pursue this one goal that I had when I was 12 years old, whatever.
A lot of them got dreams before the bullshit happens.
So,
one of the people I did a vlog with, he wanted to be a marine biologist. He got shot. Yeah. And now he in the streets. People aren't dumb. They got dreams and all this shit, but the environments they in, they get drawn into the bullshit. And when you're young, you don't know no better. You don't know how to really go about shit. You don't know how you feeling. You don't feel like you can just get up and leave. You may not got the money to just get up and leave. So there's different things that draw people into the streets. Like one way is like money. Money, you poor, this and that. You finna go out and get it. Now you dealing with these people, you do this and that. This who you associate with, this how y'all get money, blah, blah, blah. Or it be the pain. Somebody got killed. It's your homie. Now you want to go do something. You feel like you got to go do something.
Yeah. You're
from there. Or you just grow up in an area and these been your friends, and now other people do this to you. Now it's people trying to do something new. Now you got to protect yourself. So it's different things that draw people into the street life.
Facts, bro. And man, and it's crazy because you look at certain cities like Chicago, you know what I'm saying, where it's like there's a reason why they call it Chirac, and that's the thing that pisses me off, honestly, and I'll forever keep talking about it, where it's like, bro, it's all systemic. It's systemic, where it's like, how do you know all these stats? How do you know all these people are dying? How do you know, all these things are going on, and it's been going on for so long, and you're still not doing nothing about it? And I've seen like people in the comment section, like, they'll literally, I don't know if it's real or not, but they're saying how even the police will go and like drop off guns in the hood and shit like that, just because that's what it feels like, bro. It feels like they don't really care to like, take a better route or whatever. But yeah, bro, I vouch for those people, bro. People who want more out of life, but just for some reason can't.
People just ain't seen nothing different either. Like even for me, only time I seen something different was I went to college, and that opened a lot for me. Because when I got to college, I was surprised. Like, why is everybody just nice for no reason? Like everybody's just nice, saying what's up to me, and saying this, and that. I was like,
and it's crazy that you seen that as like not normal.
Nah, so I was like, what the fuck? And then another thing is, I assumed everybody was poor. I assumed everybody was poor until you go meet these different people and shit, different walks of life. I was like, what the fuck? Because me personally, I used to look down on people who were silver spoon fed. That's what it's called, silver spoon. Yeah, silver spoon fed. Who this, and that. I used to look down on them, but then as I got older, I realized that was nothing but my pain and envy being projected on the other people. I really wish I had a full family. It was easy for like easy money, this, and that. I really wanted that deep down, but I was like, I didn't have it, so it is what it was. So that's how I was like, after a while, I was like, okay, that ain't got nothing to do with them. That's how I want my family to be. So how can I hate on the next person for growing up right?
Facts. And it's funny because I was talking about that too, man, where it's like you look at other people's situations and you're like, man, I wish I had that. But everyone kind of goes through their own shit. So, I think money is a huge subject, bro, because that's the thing we're saying right now, where it's like, man, if you had the money, you can actually get out of there. If you had the money, you can start doing certain things. But it's not always the answer. It's not always the answer. Like, I know a lot of people who have the money and still, don't feel 100% or been through hella shit or had the money, lost it. So now what? You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think in general, bro, like, just you staying to you at your core, bro, no matter what you obtain through the process, like, you're gonna still figure it out. Yeah, bro. But I mean, we've been chopping it for like an hour, bro. Like, this has been a dope conversation. Like, I truly do see the vision within you. First of all, before your brand, bro, I see the vision in you, and then I see the brand coming together after that. You get what I'm saying? So I appreciate you coming, bro. Is there anything that you like want to say before we cut this shit off?
If you didn't grow up in the hood and you trying to hop in the streets and getting bullshit, even though you have a nice life at home and 2 parents and this, and that, you're fucking stupid. I hate those people. If you hop in the streets for no reason, trying to portray an image and live all this shit that people actually have to go through, because anybody that's in those positions will more than willing trade and spy with you, you're fucking stupid.
Okay, before we end, why do you think people do that, bro? Because, yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. Like, it doesn't make sense. Want to fit in
or be cool or some type of shit. I don't know. That shit's fucking dumb. Who the fuck wants to get shot at?
Facts.
And like when you put yourself into these situations for no reason, just because, like, what's the point? Yeah. Like, that's fucking dumb to me. I'll never understand that.
Facts, bro. Yeah. Protect yourself at all times. It's funny, actually, my bad, bro. I heard someone say, man, I wish I went through so much shit so I could be better. I'm like, bro, why are you waiting for all this stuff to happen and then you gonna make a decision to get better? You're
like, just be true to yourself. You don't have to go through bullshit like this and that. Like a person I really like with their music and shit is like Lil Bean. Bean don't try to push no bullshit. He just make music. He just make music and it's genuine to him. He don't try to push no bullshit, even though he did grow up in these environments.
Facts. Yeah, you respect that, bro. Especially when you're trying to move the ball forward and you didn't come up from the best upbringing. I think those are people I respect the most, bro. People like yourself, man. You like you said, I started off here on my grandma's couch. I got the idea, but then you really gonna be the next Vlad TV. So those are the stories that inspire me, bro. These are the people that I want to bring on here simply because of that, bro. It's like at the end of the day, I really believe anyone can be great. Anyone, can have what it takes. It's just tapping into the right mindsets. Like you tapping into, to the right resources, tapping into yourself, and everything that's gonna come together.
With this shit, you just gotta get off your fucking ass and do it. That's what I always tell people. It's gonna suck at first. Go do it. It doesn't matter. In our field of work, trial and error. Yeah. Just go do it. Like, get off your ass, do what you need to do. It's easy to make excuses. It's easy to make excuses. That's all I did was get off my ass and just went and tried. If I failed, I failed. I fucked up on a lot of shit. My first videos sucked. My interviews probably wasn't that good. No substance, bad quality, this and that. You see, I get better and just keep doing it and work towards something.
Thanks, and it'll come to you, bro. It really will. Did you see I want to keep going, bro. Did you see any like turning point within that, because you're saying you fucked up, and the reason why I want to keep talking about this is me too, bro. Like through this whole process, I can name off a couple videos where I'm like, okay, this actually went pretty well. Was there some that made you feel like, man, this shit ain't never gonna happen again?
Every month.
Okay.
Every month, I look back at my old videos. I'm like, oh, that shit's trash. I don't want nobody to see it. Whether it's music video aspect or the interview aspect, I could have did that better. I feel like if I keep getting better, I look back on my old videos. I could have did it 3 weeks ago. I don't want to see that shit no more. I want to keep getting better. That shit, don't want nobody to see that I'm better than that now.
Yeah.
So that's my mentality with shit.
Yeah.
Like videos from 4 months ago, I hate them. They was good at the time. To me, they was getting good at them. Nah, fuck that. I don't want nobody to see that shit.
I feel you, bro. And I think when you're growing at a rapid pace like you are, I think it's, you know, that's validated because you're like, man, fucking 4 months ago, bro, that's not even me no more. Like, you know, that's not even my best work type shit. So yeah, man, I respect you, bro. I respect the work you're tapping into. I respect journalism. I respect, you know, people who are trying to do something bigger than themselves. So I appreciate you for what you're doing and for coming down, bro.
Appreciate you fucking with me.
Yes, sir. It's all love. But yeah, bro, Neighborhood Heroes. This shit's going to the top, bro. So I appreciate you for coming, man. And we gonna blow this shit up. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.